What's up? What's up? Albus Tennant here. 50 years of martial arts stories. I really want to thank you all for rocking with me and sharing this journey with me. Please like, subscribe, and share my page. I'm trying to get up to 100,000 before the end of the year. Shout out to my son, $1 Billion Visions. Check him out, BillionDollarVisions.com. Videography, photography, and all that. Shout out to my man Banky Pound, 33 years of prison stories. He's got a channel that talks about his 33 years experience in some of the hardcore prisons and the horrors of prison. His goal is to keep the youngsters out of prison. And I appreciate his stories and want to shout him out, and would like you to go out and check him. Now, moving forward. Last time we talked, I talked about my very humbling experience in LA at the Four Seasons National, where I was defeated. And I told you I got my orders for Okinawa, October 1974. 18 years old, fit as a fiddle, and getting ready to go to the land of karate. So I'm motivated about that. Of course, within 2-3 weeks, I'm looking for a school to join. I went to this school, Richiru School, where they do a lot of fingers and toes and very hard conditioning. I did that for about a month, but it was a little far from my base, and plus some of the conditioning, I wasn't really prepared to go that far. I didn't want my hands to look messed up. I wanted good knuckles, but some of them, they had just real gnarly hands. There's only one thing to do with your hand, which is punch somebody. And I'm still kind of a pretty boy, so I'm young and looking at these girls, and wanted to continue on that level. So anyway, I did find a Shorin-ryu school right down from my base. So the Shorin-ryu was my original style when I started in California. I went from Shorin-ryu to Ishin-ryu back to Shorin-ryu. So I went Shorin-ryu. And that's where you go back and look at the tape. When I got to Okinawa, I had a sparring partner named Ralph. We sparred and became sparring partners. He and I went around Okinawa with the sensei to spar other Okinawans. And I'm not going to go back over that, but that'll get you to the Okinawa and bring you up to speed to where I'm at, where I'm going to start this story. So I've been on Okinawa now probably. It was a 13-month tour, so I've been there about probably 9 months at that time. I've done the jailhouse boxing and done a lot of body boxing with the brothers from these projects in Chicago and Detroit and New York, and even some of the North Carolina brothers. So I'm really like tight, you know what I mean? It's like my game has stepped up. I did the jailhouse boxing. And so anyway, make a long story short, there's a tournament coming up. That's a full contact tournament. You just had gloves, like 8-ounce gloves, mouthpiece, you could have a hair protector or not, and a cup. And you would go for it. And, I was ready to go for it. And I'm looking at getting ready, and I'm having a lot of successes in sparring. And I'm feeling really good, really powerful, and I'm in there I'm doing this technique where I'm punching down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then boom, I hit the mirror, and one guy said, "Man, you better cool out, you're gonna hurt yourself before that tournament." So I messed around and went 1, 2, 3, and as I hit down, I hit the mirror, and it sliced my knuckles to the bone. You could see white. And this is like 2 weeks before the tournament. So I had like 14 stitches, 7 in each knuckle. So I'm like done. I'm devastated. And I always felt everything happens for a reason. So I'm really like heartbroken. But there's nothing I could do. I'm definitely not going to fight with my knuckles like that. So they sewed them up and gave me some pain pills, which, was a lot of fun at that time. And I just took it easy. But when I went to the tournament, I did go watch it. And when I went and watched the tournament, I just knew I could have won the whole thing. I'm looking at these guys, they didn't have anywhere near the way I was coming at that particular time. And I just knew I could have won the whole thing, but I'm like, damn, it didn't happen. And then a little voice inside my head said, you know, God didn't let that happen for you because you'd have become too arrogant. And so that's why we had to stop you. This was the voice in my head, and that's what I believe to this day. So I didn't make it to the tournament, and began to reassess myself, and my hand healed up. I had gotten to brown belt level in Okinawa, doing some very, very hard sparring as well as some kata. I wasn't really into belts, but you know, I'm just getting them. So I got to brown belt level, and then I actually, before I left, I got to black belt level in Okinawa, showdown. And so in Shorin-ryu. So next thing was, it's time to come home. It's October 1975 now, and I came back to the world for my next journey.